It doesn't have to be big, it just has to begin. The spark feels small today, the fire's quiet low. The to-do list staring back, but I'm moving slow. No thunder in my chest, no lightning in my hands, but I don't need a storm to take a stand. One breath, one step, one honest try. That's enough, that's why. Tiny moves still count, even on the days I doubt. I don't need to feel on fire to move the needle higher. Tiny moves still count. I show up, I turn around. I don't wait for perfect sound. Tiny moves still count. Some days are quiet wins, no confetti fall. Just me and discipline, answering the call. No rush, no racing clock, no proving who I am. I build it brick by brick because I can. One task, one post, one brave sin. The momentum grows when I begin. Tiny moves still count, even when I'm worn out. I don't need adrenaline, I know I'm gonna win. Tiny moves still count. I don't spiral, I don't shout.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Letting people know we are live. I'm going to show you something that changed the y'all game for me when it comes to creating content, because I realize sharing tip no one is using to be found. Okay. Posting it. All right. So if you're watching on YouTube, what's going on, my beautiful friends? I'm remembering to put the mic in front of me because I realized that in some of the other lives, I sound really far away. So let me put my thing on Do Not Disturb. This is going to be really quick. I wanted to show you guys. So you guys know that I'm building in public. I'm reviving 2 of my wellness service-based business brands. And last week I went live and pretty much showed you how I use AI to kind of systematically make sure that I'm on track. Now, if you watched it, you realize that I already knew the majority of this stuff. For Fat Mermaids, the level of how much permits and different certifications and permissions that I actually need for like all kinds of different, like from city to county to the state in general. To, I mean, it was a little bit daunting. I'm like, damn, I'm not probably going to be able to teach publicly, like outside of base, uh, stand up paddleboarding for at least maybe 6 to 12 months. It feels like. And so my best bet is to try to see if I can try to navigate through just like I did when I was in Okinawa, by trying to build the relationships here on base and see what I can do within the DoD, for as a service where they contract me to teach stand up paddleboard, sup yoga, sup fitness to the military community here on base. And so I know that they offer sup rentals, especially on the marina, but actual like guided lessons where one, I could either teach you how to get on a stand-up paddleboard and actually paddle proficiently, or my sup yoga classes. Now, my yoga magic, which is the pre and postnatal and the trauma fitness, that one's probably going to be the quickest to kind of get started and go up. And so I did carry the conversation a little bit further, making sure that again, we're not accepting that first output, really pushing back. Why did you make this decision? Did you take into account these other things that I've already talked to you? And then really start to like think through the process and not just be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do and I'm just going to do what AI tells me. That wasn't the point of that. That was really just to make sure that systematically, when I'm thinking through what do I need to do to get both of these businesses up and going again, because they're not new businesses to me. Both businesses were started overseas while I was a military spouse with my husband in Japan. Things are different in the US. I know that legality things need to be put into place. How much of it am I missing? What do I need to like start the process, you know, with and la 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 la. But one of the things that I know is that I need to start getting my name, my face. I need to start becoming that top of mind person regardless of the fact of whether or not I'm teaching or I'm charging. I most likely will be teaching once a month for free just so that I can continue to build my teaching skills because, like anything else, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so, teaching yoga and then teaching it on a stand up paddleboard yoga, like a board, is very different. The two things, teaching to toddlers and teaching to adults, two very different things. And so I've already taught a toddler and me, and I was like, whew, it had my nerves rattled because I could tell that I was out of practice. Same thing with my stand-up paddleboard yoga class. Did I get through it? Yes. Did the student like know any difference? No, but I could. And that's what matters to me because I'm not where I want to be with my level of delivery. And so I have this opportunity while everything else is building out. But one of the things that I know a lot of people don't do, and one of the ladies, Deb Mitchell, who was in a mastermind that I was part of, actually showed us this in one of our Facebook groups. And I also learned some of it through Molly Mahoney, which is one of my coaches, is using the Facebook groups that you guys are already in. So if you're watching this live, let me know where you're coming in from. If you're watching this inside the Facebook group, so I'm streaming in two places. Inside my Facebook group, it's free. You can come in there. That's usually if I go live or I'm creating something where I'm giving you out the resources. Usually I drop the resources inside the community. I do have a free resource, but I want to DM it to you is I'm not going to drop it within the community. I'm only going to send it to the people that actually want it. But what it is I'm pretty sure a lot of us are still on Facebook and we're mostly in there for the Facebook community. So, like me, I have a lot of programs like summits and stuff that I buy into or sign up for free, and they always have some type of a Facebook community that they want you to join. So, let me just share. All right. So, well, I need to actually pull up a Facebook group. Hopefully, it doesn't mess up my live. So, this is my Facebook, and like groups, dude, I am part of gazillion, gazillion of groups. And not only do I manage my own, but these are all the Facebook groups that I am part of. Now, one of the things that a lot of us don't do, now, a lot of these, like AI marketing for entrepreneurs, like that's actually one of my coaches' groups. Entrepreneurial small business support group, that's actually a Facebook group that I joined when I was in Okinawa because one of the military spouses that I was working with, and she was like mentoring me in the beginning because she's like fabulous. Latoya, she runs this Facebook group and invited me in there. I'm taking singing lessons. I'm teaching myself how to sing. And so Cheryl Porter has her own community. I bought her little $27 course. Yes, I do my practices. High level official community because I have my own SaaS. Down dog community because I use that app. And so women of high level, Hawaii women on the rise. And so all of these groups that I'm part of, um, Some of them because I'm paying to be part of, meaning that they're part of some type of a coaching program. Some of them are just there free, and I'm just there either because it has something of my interest, or like old mom, old new moms, moms with babies at 35 or older. That was where I was networking and seeing my pain points, seeing how people, what people were dealing with, what questions were they having, because over 35 is my ICP for my Yoga Magic. Okay. So if you're not doing this for market research, that might be number one. Potty training for toddlers, because what? I started teaching toddler and me yoga. And so again, a lot of this was more like reconnaissance, seeing what people were asking in the group, seeing the comments that people were asking, yada yada. Now I'm not in a gazillion. I probably need to go through. Well, it says see all, so there might be more than just this. And then if you didn't know, which I thought was kind of funny, I'll show you at the end. Facebook actually launched an app separate from the Facebook like platform that's specific only to communities, which I've been playing with, but I'm so accustomed to going straight to Facebook that I haven't really been doing it, but it's moving forward. I like to focus on 2 to 3 communities that I really wanna be present in, to show up in, to, like, cheer people on in. Otherwise, you'll spend forever, and that's not the point of any of this. So, we're just gonna use my Facebook group. So, this is Content Without Burnout: AI Strategy for Women Entrepreneurs. This is my free Facebook group. Now, the one thing that people don't pay attention to is that you always can see members. We just hit 100 members, so woohoo to everybody who has joined the wave. Thank you so much for supporting. I did not think I was going to be able to make it to 100. I didn't know where I was going to go with this, but here we are. The first thing that you should be doing when you join any community, especially if it's a community that aligns with something that you offer, okay? This is the best thing, especially if you're going to participate in the community, even more reason to. 100 members, you click on that and it's going to show you all the members. So you can actually see like who's in the membership. You can reach out to them, you can follow them, you can DM them. But notice how, because I'm in my Anna Connie Walters, that's my personal Facebook profile, I show up as the first one here. Now, I'm also the moderator for this Facebook group because, well, it's my Facebook group, but it's part of my business page. Okay. So, two different things. We're not going to talk about that right now. But if I click on my name here, because this is now my profile that I'm looking at, I can see that I'm live right now. And this automatically pulls from my personal Facebook profile. So when you create a Facebook profile, like for your personal use, you always can create one of these, which is your headshot or whatever you're going to have as your main picture. And then you also get to pick the background. And so when you join a Facebook group, by default, it will always do that. Did you know that you can actually change these within each of the Facebook groups that you join without it affecting your original one that's attached to your personal Facebook group? Like, I was like, what? So this tells me everything that I needed to know about myself. It gives me a little bit of a bio. It tells me all the things that I've posted within this community, pictures that I've shared within the community, recent activity that I've had recent in the community. And you can look at this for every single person that is like in there. And so, for example, I'm teaching an AI 101 class on base tomorrow, and it was within the base community. There were some people that were hating seriously on the fact that I'm teaching this class. But the cool thing is, you can see it as a cool thing, is that if they were getting to a point where they're like, damn, I want to like see a little bit more about this chick, they could 1000% go to my name, click on it, and it will show them this to see all the things about me. It kind of takes them down the rabbit hole. What you need to optimize is this top part. So you can come here and you can edit, and any edits that you make here will only affect the profile that they see within the Facebook group. It does not affect what's in your personal profile. So if I change this banner, I can select a photo or I can upload it. Now I didn't do this before because this is for reals. Some fly by my seats, but I'm going to do Facebook banner and see if I have something. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so these are all my Facebook banners. And this one, I think 2025 community Facebook banner, okay, for Empower Her Wave. Now notice that I have some for my personal Facebook plan, things. And then I have one for Tiny Toes, which is a private community that I was doing when I was teaching on base through New Parent Support. An updated Facebook banner. So let's just look at it through the icon so you can kind of see. Well, you guys can't really see. So I could 1000% use this one's a little bit outdated. I should have I can't look at it this way, y'all. I have to look at it this way. So I like to do it date so I can see the first one. Fired into Freedom banner. Let's just see what this one looks like. Okay, Santa Connie Walters, nurse turned AI strategist and educator. I could 1000% use this. Why? Because it promotes everything that I stand for. Like it has my nursing to mama. I'm a sup instructor. This is just me being me. This kind of takes into like that AI strategist, that free from burnout, and then my military spouse. Notice how it says click here. So we're going to use this one. This one's perfect. So we're going to open that one and it's going to change my cover photo inside of my own Facebook group. Dun, dun, dun. Look how nicely it fits there. What? Now I can add a bio about myself. Now you only get 150 credits. And so you really need to think about not just what you're doing, but so let me see. 150 characters is not a lot, guys. Who's your ICP? Like, is this like what would you want if you've been sitting there in a Facebook group that you're part of? Like, let's just say gardening. Gardening is one that I join. And I'm joining it because, well, guess what? I have a community garden inside the library and I want to know what can I do more? How can we make this even more community driven? I only know one of this. I think we have 6 plots total. I only know the person next to me because she's one of the military spouses in my unit. I told her about it. She got the plot next to me. I don't think on purpose, but she got one because she was like, "Oh, that sounds amazing." Perfect. That's what I want to happen because nobody was there and it was like run down. So I let's just say I want to go in there. Like which business do I have? So I'm multi-passionate. I have the luxury of saying 3 businesses. So for me, it would be which one of the 3 businesses would be the best one to market myself as for that specific group so that if somebody was like, gosh, she's got a lot of good things to say, and they click on my name inside the Facebook group and they see my stuff, who do I want to attract? What do I want to say to them? How do I want to pull them into my area? Which business, based on the group in itself and the people that are in there and why they're there, would be the best person for which business? So, this is obviously Empower Her Waves Facebook group. So, I want to make sure that I'm marketing myself as Anna Connie, the AI doula. I got AI to do something really quick. I need to show you. So I help heart-led wellness women grow aligned businesses with Soulful AI. And I like to change this. We're just going to say automation and AI. Building in public from Hawaii. AI reveals you. It never replaces you. Now, I ended up, let's say plus. Okay. Exactly 150 characters. Okay. And there you go. I have two. Now, here's the kicker that I'm going to show you. When somebody clicks on this, my banner, notice how I have now this edit button here on the right-hand side. What does that do? I can add a description. So what did I have here? I said click here. It doesn't matter where this little thing clicks. Anytime they click on the actual banner, it will automatically take them to a little window specifically towards that image. And from here, you would want to write, you can go as long as you want. It'd be like a full caption, okay? Welcoming. Okay, so I'm asking Claude. Maybe I should show you guys this. So, I asked it to write the 150 characters, okay? Now write a full caption welcoming someone. What would happen? Uh-oh. Okay. Who doesn't know me as the AI doula, oh, or my work, or who I am, and lead them to visit my, no, not my website. Yeah, my, to learn more. Okay. No character limit. Use my brand voice and speak directly to one ICP. Okay. What this will do is you can put links in there. Yes. That's the power of this, is that if you have something that you're selling, you want to get them on your email list. Maybe I just want them to get on my Substack. Depending on where you are in your business, sometimes all we got is our email list that we're trying to build while we're trying to build the stuff on the back end. Perfectly reasonable and 1000% the right thing to do, because now you're bringing people into the world. You're not making them do this. You're catching the people who are secretly stalking you, who probably are your ICP, because the people that, I've learned the hard way that the people sometimes that hate on you are usually the people that probably should be working with you. So we'll wait for this to happen. But what I want to show you is this. So I love me some Canva. Now, these are the different ones that I have for my businesses. So this is one that I have for my Yoga Magic. So my Yoga Magic's logo has changed. That's now my overall personal brand's logo. So when I come here to my brands, I go to my Yoga Magic. My Yoga Magic's logo has changed dramatically, but I need to find this one and pop it in there, because now it's a little bit different. And I could change some of these other things, but for the most part, I kept a lot of like the pool. If I wanted to, I can start playing with this as I change it up to the darker one. Maybe there it looks a little bit better. Little tweaks to make sure that it stays on brand. This is a different one, but notice how this one had so this one is just very basic. I wouldn't probably use this. I'd have to change this. This was where I was hosting my course that I had created while I was pregnant to guide somebody through pregnancy at 40. I no longer use Thinkific to host my courses though, so I wouldn't necessarily use that. This is a different version of the same type of banner that you can create, where it tells them right off the bat what I actually do. Baby and me, toddler and me, yoga, wellness for moms. Feel stronger, calmer, and more present in motherhood. Simple self-care that fits into your busy life, a supportive community that gets you. Join my free 5-day challenge. The only thing that's missing is that click here. So I got to do those two things, change my little logo here, Probably change this. So if you're like you guys know I'm building in public. So this is something I have to do anyways. And I'm going to look up pregnancy because I'm sure I have pictures of myself pregnant. There I am. So I could do this one, or probably not that one. Maybe this one. Let's just do pregnant. Sometimes. Oh, there I am. I like this one. It's kind of neutral. And there I am. So now they see me. I could 1000% do any of these, but that's the one that I tend to like. This one's me. I captured myself in different parts of my pregnancy, but tend to like this one first. Now, I use watercolors throughout my Yoga Magic simply because of the fact that it's really hard to deal with consenting. When they're pregnant, it's different because the baby's hidden underneath the skin. But when they're born, it's a little bit different. And this just kind of gives me that flexibility of having consistency in my branding by having that element. And and so that's why I use this. And so now all I really need is go to elements, and you already see I have one. Click here. And again, it doesn't really matter. I could do it like right here. So it looks like they're clicking there. Change the actual font. So let's just change it to my gold. That probably works better. So that it stands out a little bit. I could even make it a little bit bigger. And boom. Now, because it's a graphic, I can't really stylize it in the back. I can't add shadows or things to kind of pull it up. I can only animate it, and that doesn't work for what we're doing. Here's the one that I have for my fat mermaids. So I'm a paddle into fitness master stand-up paddleboard instructor. This is my real logo. These are real pictures of me. Sup lessons, fearless sup course for women ready to ditch doubt and paddle into power. No experience, no problem. Everybody, okay? Body, see how I like highlighted BODY is welcome. Join a lesson or start online today. Boom. What is this missing? The same thing. Click here. I'm just going to copy it, put it here. Maybe do one of these where it's like, click here on this board, change that to my pink. Oh, so I got to do my fat mermaids, which is, where's my fat mermaids? Wait, what happened to fat mermaids? Usually the first one. Oh, here it is. And I just pick one of my colors. Do I want that one or this one? Oh, it even looks like the mermaid is like trying to get it. Okay. And it looks like I'm clicking on the board. It doesn't matter where it is, you guys. Just trying to get them to be like, what? Click here. What happens when I click here? It's like the cat with curiosity. They're going to click it and it's going to go to my things. This is the one that I had for Empower Her Wave, more ease, more clients, more freedom. Websites, automations, and AI solutions for women wellness entrepreneurs, done for you templates and systems that work for you. This is more or less where I'm going. This logo is not accurate because I don't have agency anymore. This one would be a little bit more on point, but I need to change these up. Change the logo. So you kind of starting to see. Now, what I wanted to show you is I have a template for you guys. So if you comment banner underneath this live, but you have to be on the Facebook group. So if you're watching this on YouTube, click on the link in the description and come into the Facebook group. It's for you guys. I will give you this. You have different ones. So here you have your tagline, add bold, add color. I'm giving you like the tips. You're going to delete the shaded areas. And why did I put the shaded areas? Because the whole thing you're going to download, but note that only what is not in the shaded area is what they actually see. Okay. So remember, where are we? Facebook group. They only got to see this middle part, which is why I kept the other part done. Now let's just go look here. Hi, beautiful. I'm so glad you found your way here. Can I be honest with you for a second? I see you, the woman with the gift, the heart, the deep desire to help other women feel better in their bodies and their lives, and also the woman quietly drowning in tech. The 40 open tabs, the I should be posting more guilt, the feeling that everyone else got a manual you somehow missed. I've been her, standing in my kitchen here in Hawaii, 3 brands in my hands, a husband heading towards military retirement, a kiddo who needs me to be mom first, knowing I was made for more and having no clue how to build it without burning myself all the way down. Fuck. Like, sorry, muffin ears. Um, hell yeah, this is really good. So I'm just gonna finish this out so I can move on because I gotta finish this because I got work to do, you guys. So notice how when I do it, it's automatically doing this. So you do need to come in here and make this reader friendly. Okay. I find natural parts where I would be like, okay, this is where I notice how now it's starting to become a little bit better in terms of like, oh, okay, this looks a little bit more reader friendly. Um, I would want this there, there, there. When I start listing things out. Now I have AI skills. I've given Claude plenty of my live transcripts from um, my podcast, from my keynote speaking. So it knows how I naturally speak. Plus, it also knows the majority of the stories that I keep telling you. Y'all know that I burnt out twice. I had 2 heart conditions when I was, so if your heart led, woman, ready to grow in the right place, lovely. Okay, then I want to keep this. Make sure you're reading this, y'all. Stay a while should be a separate one. That's where the full story is. I don't know why it sometimes doesn't give me my website, y'all. I'm like, you know my website, dude. What's wrong with you? That's why I have it in an Excel spreadsheet, by the way. Paste it in there. Oh, shoot. What is. Oh, I hate. Sorry. No. Like Facebook is having these things where it automatically starts trying to find the tag. I'm done editing. Okay. So now we're going to just go back out. Okay. I'm going back to the group posts. I want to go back. Okay. So now we're back inside. Just this is what everybody else kind of sees. That not really, but you know what I'm saying? And let's just say somebody's like, oh, like this right here. I was talking about the 3 women pioneers shaping the AI future and like people that you should just like be looking through. Like they have a lot of good information. They're talking truth. Like they're really trying to protect women as, feels like men are trying to like leave us behind. Not all men. Okay. Not all men. I realize that, but it feels like they're trying to push us back to the dark age and was like, "Oh, this is like really good." They like start looking at it and then they're like, "Oh, what else did she post?" And they're like, "Damn, man, Akai's posting a lot of stuff. I want to like know who she is." They're gonna click on this. They're like, "Founder, director, CEO, Empower Her Way." What? Ambassador? Okay, hold on a minute. I'm gonna click on her page. Notice now that they see this and they're like, "Wow, she's posted a lot." They see what? My bio here. And they see this. They're like, oh, look, click here. What do I? And then they see this and they're like, hi, beautiful. I think you found your way. What? And they have a link to take them to what? My website. And now I have a better chance of being like, oh, they might sign up for my Clarity Gap quiz. They might sign up for my Facebook, not my Facebook, but my newsletter. They start learning more about me and they start going through. And if they're a fit, great. If they're not, then keep going. You know what I'm saying? But I got them to at least click something, and that's how quick you can go from like just being somebody as a good community member to like actually getting leads without you having to actually create more content, which by the way is the whole point of Empower Her Wave, is to help you guys to figure out how can you like market and create content without actually burning yourself. Boom. If your only task every week was to commit to maybe like 30 minutes once a week for 10 minutes each, going to 3 of your favorite Facebook communities or communities that are run by mentors that you really want to show for or like, help support by being in their communities and helping them out, 1000%, this is what you could be doing. Going into a Facebook community, optimizing though, before you do any of that, your profile so that when they see it. Now, if they see here, view profile, ta-da, we're back to my personal Facebook group. Okay, this is my personal Facebook group. I mean, my personal Facebook page, okay? Completely different from the profile they were looking at that's specifically attached to just the group that they are in now. It blew my mind. I was like, what? How come nobody talks about this stuff? This is amazing. And so now it's the process of like using those templates, creating maybe a few variations, maybe different call to actions. That could be like your ABT testing or one specific for each of the Facebook groups. Getting them on their email list, getting them to follow you on your YouTube channel, something that highlights you so that it identifies you, it tells them who you are, what you do, and again, this only works if you like are an entrepreneur. Or maybe you're a nonprofit, or maybe you have your own community that you want to bring people in. But like, hey, if you're a mom, I have a community for toddlers, for moms 40 who have toddlers, or 2 under 2, or whatever it is. I enjoy, I don't know, crocheting, and we have a crocheting ministry. It doesn't really have to be business related. It could be an interest that you just want to try to see if anybody in this, like you're in that community because you like the people, hopefully. And if that's one of the things that you're in there for, this is a great opportunity for you to create connections and just attract people magnetically because you are being you, you are contributing, you're giving value, and you're naturally going to attract the people that would be a right fit, anyways. And why not optimize and make it easier for them to get to where they need to get to support you, to know, learn more about you, to be in your community? So I hope this helped. And I got to get to work. So, have a fantastic Wednesday. If you're on Oahu and are curious about AI, scared about AI, defensive about AI, I'm doing a free AI 101. We're going to be going over a lot. It's not going to be very AI heavy. I'm going to show you 2 AI, one's free, one's paid, and give you the down and dirty. What is it? What is AI? What isn't it? What are the things that you need to be aware of, whether you use it or not? How much of the other things that you're using play effect into some of the things that you might be saying you're against AI because of the fact that they're doing all these other things that you're not realizing some of the other things that you're doing are putting in the same effort, and giving you some actual AI tips. So it's going to be really fun. It's 2 hours. It's actually in person. You don't even need to have a laptop. You can just come in there, watch, listen, and then you'll take a little guidebook home. And yeah, just come in and have fun with me. So it's here on base. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, continue to be you, continue to be beautiful, and continue leading from your heart.